Hi everybody, it's Keren here from TuppenceColoured.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Haven't got a project for you today. Today I'm going to be talking about the OnStage event, which I have just returned from. I went to OnStage Local, and I'm in the UK, so I went to the one that was in Birmingham in the West Midlands. I promised you that I would show you what I got in exchange for my swaps, and they're inside this box. But I may split this into two videos because I want to talk about all the fun that we had at OnStage and show you what I'm allowed to show you from what we got back. So, well, first of all, I travelled up from South Wales to Birmingham. It was about a 2.5 hour journey, and the weather was absolutely horrendous. We had a storm coming in from the Atlantic in a hire car, unfamiliar hire car. So the journey up, shall I say, was not without incident. Nothing serious. Nobody was harmed. The car wasn't even dinged, but there were a couple of moments where I was like, woo! So I'll tell you about those on my blog. Alright, I'm not going to waste time in this video. If you want to go and find out, you know, what happened, then hop on over to my blog. So that was the day before. I stayed at a hotel in Solihull. It was the Village Hotel in Solihull. It was very nice. Liked it very, very much. Very posh. And then, excuse me, gonna cough. And then on the Saturday morning, we all gathered at the Vox Centre, the Resorts World Vox Centre, I think it's called, and that is right next door to the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham. And again, journey was not entirely, shall we say, trouble-free. All right, and again, I will put the details on the blog. Suffice it to say that there is a chap who was directing traffic outside the NEC who probably still remembers me. Right, so got into the conference hall, and it's absolutely massive, by the way. It is enormous, and on our tables, after we'd registered, was one of these for each person sitting at the table. Now, this one, I've already said I have put my the things that I swapped for are in here. But when you opened it up, what was inside? I'll move that out of the way. Was first of all, first thing you saw was this lovely piece of peachy coloured tissue paper, which, yes, I'm going to be saving. And then there was this lovely thing. So you always get an event bag when you go to OnStage, and I was kind of expecting that this was going to be something special, and it is. Look at it. It is so beautiful. It's a really, really heavy fabric. It's reversible, so if I want to, I can wear it with the spotted side out, but I think I'm not going to. I've got one like this at OnStage in April, same kind of design, and I did turn that one out to the inside out, if you like, because again it was reversible. But this one I'm going to keep this way out because look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It is so much fun being a demonstrator, and so worth it to get to one of these events if you can. All right, so also on the table were these. So these are very, very pretty little Stampin' Up pens, and you usually get some pens. I've got a few different kinds, and they're usually a very nice pen that write very, very well. Oh, that one's, there we are. So those are probably going to be coming into work with me. They've got rose gold on them. Only just spotted that. So they are, what would you say that is? Coastal Cabana and rose gold, I think. So there were those. And then we also got one of these, which we put our name badges on, and there's my title ribbon there. So again, something that's going to be very useful after the event, because it's kind of a wallet that you can hang around your neck, and yeah, all sorts of space for useful things in there. So yeah, thank you very much, Stampin' Up. So that one is going to be used quite a bit, although I shall probably take that out of the inside if I'm going to wear it to work, because I have a different kind of name badge for work. Okay, so also, what else did we have? We had these, which are little notebooks, and that one's got a kind of a squared paper in. Are they all squared paper? No, that one's lined, and that one is also, oh, this one's like a planner. Ooh, super! So yeah, so we got those, and you're probably getting a little bit of a sneak peek of what's coming up in the catalogue. And also did we get, there was this stamp set, and we also got this little flyer, I suppose, if you like, about the event. So that was kind of the event program. Right, so those were the things that were in that box, and I'm going to move them. I'll put them back in the bag for now, because that was just the first bit of the loot that we got. So what happened next? What happened next? Well, what happened next was these. So this is the Spring Summer catalogue for 2019, and this is the celebration brochure for 2019. So celebration is going to happen, as it always does, between January and the end of March, and you've got a kind of a sneaky hint of some of the things that are in the brochure. I can't show you what's inside. I can show you all sorts of pictures from the event, because we had a no spoiler policy. Is that right? No spoiler policy. Normally we're only allowed to share certain things before before catalogues go live, but this year they've said, you know what, fill your boots, take photos, show videos, all of that good stuff. There are, you can spoil away, so we are going to spoil you, and if you want to see the photos that I took, because, alright, I can't show you what's inside, but I can show you the photos I took of the products, then either hop over to my blog or my Facebook page. Alright, so my business Facebook page, which is Tuppence Coloured on Facebook, okay? And I will post the photos I took there. Not many. I didn't take that many because I was too busy having fun, enjoying myself at OnStage. Right, so those are the catalogues, so I shall whip them away. But then, throughout the day, we had what they call prize patrols. So you get a number, which I should have showed you. It was in my event bag. A badge with a number on, or sometimes it's a colour, or sometimes it's a letter. And when they call your number, then you win a prize. And the prize that I won was this one. Now, this is one of the things that's in Celebration. All right, so this is a Money Can't Buy It stamp set. And the interesting thing about this particularly is it's a cling stamp set. Now, in the past, Stampin' Up have offered most of their stamps in either wood mount or clear mount. And the clear mount has been a problem. You will see lots of demonstrators on YouTube that they don't put the labels onto the back of their stamps, because that, unless your block is absolutely super squeaky clean, there's a chance that there's a chance that your stamp might fall off your block mid-stamping, and it's happened to me, and it's extremely annoying when it does, because it usually involves a lot of swearing and a cut, and I have to go back and do it again, and I've wasted that ink and I've wasted that paper. Which, alright, isn't a big deal, but when it's the very last thing that you're putting on a project that you've taken a lot of time over, and you spoil your stamping because the stamp fell off the block, it's bad language time. Alright, trust me. So, in future, the offering of stamps that Stampin' Up will be making available. As I say, it's early in the morning. Let me have a sip of tea. Alright, this is my sip of tea. Nice bit of Earl Grey to get the day going. Right, well, what was I saying? So I told you this is going to be a pretty random video, and I haven't even got the swaps yet. So I'll probably do the swaps as a second video, because otherwise we're going to be here all day. Anyway, well, as I said, right. So from 2019, wood mount stamps are being will be no more. All right. So when the current catalogue expires, runs to an end, Stampin' Up will be offering stamps in photopolymer, or the red rubber stamps will be what they're calling cling stamps only. Now, they have changed the backing that goes onto these stamps, and it is now very, very clingy. So they've told us to be, you know, it's so clingy. They've said when you're lifting your stamp off the block, to be careful, because this is so clingy that it will it'll tear the foam. So I haven't tried it yet, but I am going to very, very soon. So don't worry. So we've got instructions on how to put the backing onto your stamp. So yeah, so I can stop doing my usual trick, which has been to put some Tombow adhesive onto the back of the stamp, let it dry, and then that becomes like a two-way adhesive. So I'm hoping that is going to resolve one of the big problems that Stampin' Up have had with their stamps throughout the year. So looking forward to doing that. Okay, so we had a couple of other prize patrols where everybody got one. So this was the first one, and it's a photopolymer stamp set. It's called Incredible Like You, and I am looking forward to using this one, because a couple of things. I really like that font. I really, really like that typeface. That's very nice. And this is an distinctive photopolymer stamp. What do I mean by that? Excuse me, I just dropped something on the floor. I'm just picking it up. So what I mean by that is, can you see this stamp here? Let me bring that up to show you. It's kind of oh, how can I describe it? It's like when you look at newsprint and the picture is all, if you look at it closely, the picture is all tiny, tiny little spots. Well, it's that kind of idea, and it gives you I almost want to say almost photorealistic, almost photographic looking effect. So, and it's a layering stamp, as you can see. So you start off with that one, and then stamp over with that one. Start off with that, stamp over with that one. So yeah, looking forward to playing with that one. It is so much fun being a Stampin' Up demonstrator. It really, really is. And then we had a couple of other prize patrols that everybody won, and this was the first one. Look at this. This is a tool case. Let me open it up for you. And I'd seen pictures of this on YouTube, not YouTube, on Facebook, because the Centre Stage event, which is for demonstrators who have achieved a certain level, which I haven't achieved yet, they get an extra couple of days, and I think these were given out at that event, and people were also in the main event, which is called Centre Stage. No, it's not Centre Stage, it's OnStage Live. I was at OnStage Local, and that was going on in Orlando in Florida, which was a little bit far for me to go in a weekend, so I just went to Birmingham. Anyway, I am rambling. See, this is me live and uncut. I need more tea. This is what I'm usually like. Normally I cut these bits out, because if I didn't, our videos would be 3 hours long, and you'd all hate me. Right, and back to it. So if I open it up on the inside, you can see that it is beautifully laid out, and that is going to be such a boon and a blessing to me, because I am always, you know, I've put it down, where did I leave it? And I usually keep my small tools, and I just show you. in this, which is I suppose it's a little makeup bag or pencil case, and the things go down to the bottom like my pokey tool, and are never seen again. So this is going to fit in there quite nicely, and I've got my bone folder, and I've got a few other bits and pieces in here which are almost certainly going to fit in nicely. So what else I've got in here? My pencil sharpener is going to go in here. Alright, and it's all going to fold up really nice. There's plenty of room in here, even for my bulky things like my pencil sharpener. As you can see, that holds up quite a bit. So I am very much looking forward to sorting out my my pots and my pots and my boxes, and I'm going to get all of my tools in here where I know where they are. So very, very pleased about that one. And we all thought, yeah, that's it, that's okay. We can all, you know, can all relax now. We've all had our gifts, and then they gave us another one, which is this, which is doesn't look like much until I unzip it. There we go, and then this is what is inside. I mean, look at this. It is enormous, and it's got kind of little zippy pockets that you can put stuff in, and yeah, you can get a week shopping in that easily. Look at that, that's amazing. And when you don't need it, you can just fold it up, zip around it, and it sits in your handbag, nice as you like. I shall do that one. I shall put that back later. And then, when you think it's all over, the last thing they say is, you can share out what's in the box of supplies on each table. So you go around the table and everybody takes one thing out, and then if there's anything left in the box after it's been around once, it goes around again, and everybody takes one thing out that they want. And so this is what I got from our box. So I got this one is called Itty Bitty Birthdays, and I've got lots and lots of useful little messages. You know, some of these are, at least you'll always be younger than me. So yeah, I'm going to use that one on my husband's birthday card, because he is younger than me. But not all of these would be birthdays. You know, time to celebrate. That doesn't necessarily have to be birthday. Cheers to you. So exciting. Let's celebrate you. It's sure to be a fun day. All of those are, you know, they could be for anything other than a birthday. And I'm going to sneeze, so I'm going to turn the sound off. So what else? What else have I got to tell you? What else have I got to tell you? Oh, well, we got these, which are take and makes, or make and takes actually. You're supposed to make them on the day, but I prefer to spend my time talking to other demonstrators, and yeah, so they give you, you know, they give you little bits of pre-cut card and paper ready for the project. I prefer to spend my time, as I was saying before I got distracted by the pretty paper, I prefer to spend my time talking to other demonstrators and doing my swapping. So I just bring the bits home and I play with them at home. So I've decided I'm going to split this video into 2 parts. And if you want to see what I got for my swaps, then do join me again sometime soon. But if you don't, well, I will be back with a more normal project later this week, and do join me for that. But for now, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye bye.